Welcome back, everybody, to another Onward VRML cast. This time, coming from the EU region, we got FriendlyFire versus the Plague-Rists, and I'm your host, TheSkyJoker. Today, I am joined by Ramen. Ramen, how are you doing today?
I'm doing decent. You did interrupt my sleep a little bit, trying to get me up this early to do a cast, but...
How dare I get you up for some amazing Onward action? Oh, well, now that you are up, you can conveniently tell us about the bands that are coming out today.
So, coming out from Plague-Rists today, we're going to be seeing... Sorry. Get my Onward pulled up. Today, Plague-Rists are going to be banning Subway, which I'm a little bit sad about. I know a lot of people like Subway. Subway is one of the, dare I say, better maps in the league, and in Onward in general. And from FriendlyFire, we're going to be seeing Downfall ban, which I'm also sad about again, but I mean, sometimes it happens.
What it is. I'm not sad about Downfall being gone. Subway, however, I would have liked to have seen. I always enjoy watching how teams deal with the dynamic of Subway.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I always like to see on Downfall if one person is brave enough to actually bring a sniper.
It's always nice to see those sniper battles. But we will see the exact opposite of that sort of play coming out from Map 1, which is going to be Sand, one of the custom small maps coming out in Season 11. I would argue probably one of the most banned maps so far, too. Most teams are pretty scared to bring the battle to this map, it seems, as not a lot of them are quite as comfortable on it. But it looks like FriendlyFire and Plague-Rists feel like they can handle it. So we'll see who comes out on top, FriendlyFire being the ones to pick it, being the home team. And all 5 members of both teams are in the game. We'll go ahead and throw up the scoreboard to check out the roster. On the side of FriendlyFire, we've got Mr. Trip, Embolism, Missalot, 24 Gray, and Monty B. And on the side of Plague-Rists, we've got Moth Valley, Mason, BMG, Cody Logan, and Oliver Grow. Do you know anything about these two teams and how they might play here?
Not really. I know Plague-Rists is a new team coming to EU this season. I don't know a lot about FriendlyFire, though.
Yeah, FriendlyFire seems like they're like a mashup of some players from older EU teams that have kind of come together. So I did see a little bit of their gameplay. I've casted them once or twice now, and they're pretty aggressive players. So I'm curious to see what level of aggression the Plague-Rists have and if it's going to be a good counter to FriendlyFire.
Yeah, especially with FriendlyFire. I mean, this is their pick. Sand, I mean, is a pretty small map. Usually small maps favor aggression, so if they bring that to the table, they might have an upper hand on this map.
Yeah, for sure. Last I remember, though, I don't remember seeing 24 Gray playing the last time I casted, so that'll be interesting to see if there's a new dynamic there. Do you have any personal opinions about Sand itself?
I just think it's a little bit like, with the new custom maps coming to the league, I think a lot of people are really scared to play them, so you don't see a lot of play on them. Me personally, I'm not too big on the map, but then again, I don't really despise the map like some teams do.
Alright, well, we'll see just how much Plague-Rists ends up despising this as we hop into round number 1 here. Let's get the scoreboard down so nobody has to squint. And throw up round number 1 to start off the series.
Let's show what those 80 people voting against us do.
And as you just heard mentioned, there is a pretty big majority vote on the side of Friendly Fire for who's going to win this. And an instant kills coming out here. Trip picking up Oliver, BMG picking up Embolism, evening things up to a 4v4.
Yeah, BMG taking a nice control of this roof. Very key position, able to overwatch most of the map.
It looks like we have a pinch underway here. 24 Gray and Missalot coming in from the other side of the map, about to run into Mason.
Don't
Out
think
here
we
in the
know if he's there
southeast.
or not. Yeah, Monty's gonna peek over. Or sorry, Mason's
Monty
gonna
B
peek
picks
over.
up
He's
BMG.
gonna-
Mason picks up 24. Again, instant kill followed by instant kill. Lon Mason about to get into a confrontation here. Right next to each other. Missalot picks up Mason. Solid pickup with the M16. Not used too often there. The burst being a little bit different from what you're used to on the full auto weapons. Down to a
Smokes,
3v2.
Yeah, some smokes come out onto OBJ. Miss Lot slowly creeping up on right next to Moth. Cody in the back. Might see Trip, but he doesn't. Oh no, he's gonna swing you. He's gonna get Trip as Trip kills Moth.
Almost very successful push. Cody in a really nice supporting angle there to back up his teammate and get the free refrag. But now he's being pinched by two players and Missalot gets the final kill. Friendly Fire taking their first point. Wow, that was a beautiful, beautiful assault. They had all the angles. They came in from both sides. They had a really solid pinch there. I mean, the defense just couldn't tell which direction to look.
Yeah, I think that's key in this game, being able to pinch an objective and overwhelm the defense. They don't know which way to look, and on a pretty much open OBJ like this, it's very hard to find cover where you're covered by both ways.
Yeah, once the team gets around the sides, they were already down a few players. Yes, the numbers were even, but the fact that the defense had to look so many angles at the same time with so few players, it wasn't boding well because the attackers only have to look one direction towards the objective. The defenders have to look in like 5 different directions at all the approaches to the objective. So it really, even though the numbers are even, it's a disadvantage for the defense.
Yeah, I would definitely say this objective is a little bit more attack friendly or Marstock friendly because just of the fact that smokes go on to OBJ, even if you have control of the roof or car garage, you're gonna need a guy right next to OBJ or there's a potential cap there. It's just not a very cover friendly objective.
Yeah, there's not a lot of places for a defender to sit where they're not really exposed to utility tosses, grenades, and just plain pinches like what we saw last time. And we have Moth Valley instantly taking the rooftop over here. Monty B gonna shut that down, bringing this to a 5v4 very early.
Does seem like we're gonna see 4 people taking that center building, 2 on the roof. Cody just kind of peeking towards objective, waiting for somebody to peek out.
He barely missed the line of 24 Gray.
Smoke's
Lots
coming
of
out
smoke.
on OJ. Yeah.
Oh, shots from Monty B picking up another. Logan again on the rooftop. Mason gonna push his
with the hard
position.
push.
Oh, Mr. Tripp should have seen that. Mason picks up Monty in the back.
Embolism is
Unfortunate,
gonna
the
try to go
cover
for the-
is penetrable. Embolism with a nice flank. Now down to just Oliver and BMG.
Actually, that cover isn't penetrable. He shot him through the wall, which
Oh,
is something
isn't?
you have to be really careful of when playing on thin walls like that.
Mr. Tripp picks up one with the C4 down to just Oliver, who gets picked off from the or on the roof from 24 Gray. Friendly Fire with another commanding win there.
Yeah, very well played defense coming out from that. Only like that 4-man push just getting stuck in that center building. Monty holding an amazing spot, just picking off one by one.
Yeah, I mean, Friendly Fire is doing a really good job, again, at the teamwork. They are supporting each other. They are holding the angles that are best supporting or best complementing their fellow players. I mean, it's a really nice show of force. They've definitely been practicing. As we move objectives now, Friendly Fire up 2-0 against the Plague-Rists. We're moving over to this, like, TV station cell tower building. Go ahead and hop into the gameplay so we can look at the scoreboard as well. Not the best background. Let's see if we can get a darker background so y'all can see it better.
I think this OBJ, it's definitely a little bit more Volk friendly. You're able to put people on the back, only 2 possible ways they can come from. Inside, there's also only 3 entrances with 2 little rooms, a bunch of cover in it. I mean,
One
yeah,
thing to
definitely.
note is some powerful positions we've seen out of defenses is these back corners that they can tuck themselves in. However, it's really weak, again, to utility tosses. There's just not a lot of top coverage for a lot of these defensive positions. And it's really easy to get grenades and flashbangs over to those positions.
That's the thing about those crates, though. If you didn't cook or you didn't throw a flash in the right position, then most likely those crates are going to cover you. It's really hard, though, with the frags because it's pretty spread out.
Wow, some instant firing squad action as Plague-Rists instantly take down 2. Bringing this to a 5v3. Mason now looking for 24 Gray. Doesn't know he's
gonna
there.
back off, though. Yeah.
Shots, Embolism picking up one.
Echo 4.
Gonna help even things up. And the trade from 24 and Mason. Looks like 24 is still resable.
Yeah.
Take a look at these defense positions coming out here. Shots from Cody just kind of pre-firing here. And it has slowed down a little bit here as we come into a bit of a stalemate.
I think the offense is kind of deciding right now whether or not they should rotate back and get their guy or just continue on their push. Because, I mean, rotating all the way
time to
around
go
is gonna
for
take
it.
time. Yeah, it's going to take time, but also
They got
it is
4.5.
another man, yeah. So, I mean, they have the time. They can do it if they want.
Take a quick look at the location of 24 here. Oliver is in a bit of an Overwatch position. However, 24 is in the hallway. It should be a safe revive, although Embolism's going to take the risky way. Oliver just barely missing that angle. Embolism's coming back out, though. It's all down to timing, like we saw yesterday. Oliver just happens to look away, look back, look away, just in time to miss Embolism.
Yeah, I think definitely just moving around, sometimes you miss those key shots, and then you get attacker right behind you on objective right now. Embolism is right outside. He's gonna trade with Cody. Cody only down. Embolism gonna get killed off due to that trade.
Oliver
with
picks
the
up
pick.
another. Now down to just 24 Gray against 3 defenders. This is going to be tough.
Which also, he's wounded. He's gonna take less shots, so not like confronting them head on is gonna be 100% the best option here. I might opt for the sneaky attack.
He's got 3 minutes on the clock. Plenty of time to rotate, get some picks, rotate again. I've seen it before. We've seen it yesterday. It is not impossible. Not out of the fight yet. And these friendly fire guys have proven themselves to be a pretty major force here.
Oliver is gonna, I think, give up that pretty key spot on the roof and rotate into OBJ with
Almost a TK.
right. Yeah, just almost a TK.
I'm gonna go back. I'm already-
All the players are now inside the objective room. They have completely given up the outside. I don't know how this is gonna play out for them.
Oliver's gonna rotate back. A really risky thing to do this late in the game. You don't know where the attackers are. And with all these trades, I doubt they have an accurate kill count.
Yeah, especially like you're just running out in the open. You're completely exposing yourself to multiple angles. But I mean, he gets away with it.
Yeah, 24 Gray still taking it slow. Trying to get some picks. He doesn't know how many defenders there are. He doesn't know where they are. It's not a lot of information to go off of.
Does have a minute 40 and he's right on OBJ. Oliver might not be looking the right way. This could end poorly for Plague-Rists.
They have both doors covered. He's going to have to take care of BMG. If he gets a flashbang just right, he could flash both of them and cap. But it would have to be perfect.
He has a nade. He has a nade.
He has a
Doesn't have
grenade?
a
Okay.
flashbang.
No, he does not. So if he picks up BMG and tosses a nade into the back room that Cody's in, the objective's open, but that would take a lot of game sense.
BMG looking down here. He's gonna get picked off as 24 goes down. BMG staring right at that crack.
BMG with a nice tight angle on that door was able to catch him on the approach without getting spotted out himself. A nice angle in that corner. Very common one, though.
Yeah,
24 just wasn't ready for it.
He was just way too close to that wall. I'm pretty sure, like, his arm was just exposed and BMG saw that and shot him. You gotta be careful of that. You can't be just slowly peeking while you're exposing half your body to the enemy before you can even see them.
Yeah, it was a crazy little back and forth leading up in that round. Lots of trades. I mean, while the scoreline is 2-1, a couple of these rounds have been very close and could have gone either way. So, don't count Plague-Rists out of this yet. And look, do you have the connoisseur votes pulled up by chance?
So, FriendlyFire had the 90 connoisseur votes, and Plague-Rists have 8.
Wow. So another one of those landslide votes going in the way of FriendlyFire. And as we heard on the first round, Plague-Rists are looking to prove all 90 of those people wrong.
I mean, that can get pretty stressful, especially when everybody doesn't think that you can do it. I mean...
Yeah, it can really sway you both ways. On one hand, it could be, oh man, nobody believes in us. But at the same time, it could be a motivator to go, hey, let's show all these guys what we're really capable of.
Yeah.
So it could sway you either way. It could, or you could just not care, just completely ignore it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many different ways to take the connoisseur votes.
And I know some people that don't like looking at the connoisseur votes because they'll get angry at it or they'll just really get demotivated because, I mean, people don't believe in them. And then they go and they prove them wrong. I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, there's a Onward is almost a bigger mental game than it is a physical game. All about maintaining your tilt, your morale, etc.
Yeah, tilt plays a huge part in this game, but I mean, of course, you still have to worry about reaction times, knowing how to cut corners, how to peek corners, and all that. But
This way.
yeah, it is definitely a very big mental game. And as I say that, Embolism gets a pick on a Cody trying to move into the door.
They're already challenging the objective. Mason about to run straight in here, flicks onto Embolism, and he is inside of the objective room now. Monty B shutting that down.
Wow. That was almost deadly for for friendly fire there.
Yeah, that was really close. Unfortunately, I did not grab the replay. But man, that was interesting that Plague-Rists would invest resources into such an aggressive play early on while the rest of the team just kind of holds back.
Yeah, that could have gone south very quickly. I mean, there could have been a dude on the roof watching that. It's risky. It could have paid off really well.
What a reaction for Trip. He got shot from the side and instantly was able to transition to that enemy shots.
Yeah, that's another big thing, those reaction times. I mean, even though it's a mental game, those reaction times definitely do pay off. Does look
For
like
being
Trip
able
is
to
gonna be
flick
looking-
up like that. That only stems from the hours and hours of practice that these teams, or experience that these teams have.
Does look like Trip is looking for blood, trying to find Oliver and BMG. BMG getting really close to the objective, though.
Yeah, he's trying to do the same sneak approach, or at least the same approach, but in a sneaky fashion as his previous two players. And he's checking code. He is determined to get this cap.
Trip is looking the wrong way. Monty in a pretty good position here. I think he knows that he's there, though. BMG is making noise.
Monty B checks his tablet, definitely making sure that that's not friendly.
Trip is getting so close to this edge. I don't know if they'll see him or not. But no, Trip gets picked off by Oliver, leaving that roof completely exposed.
Oh my goodness,
24
BMG
gray?
in 24.
Oh, wow. They are right next to each other.
And the trade.
Yeah, Oliver and 24 are going to trade.
BMG's
on
not
the
going to go for the
backside.
revive. He has 3 minutes on the clock. He could rotate here, but he is determined to get this objective.
Yeah, but then you gotta ask yourself that question: is it worth it?
Oh my
Should I
gosh,
rotate?
BMG might get shot from the same angle he got killed from last round.
That is true. Although Trip isn't completely exposing himself here. Never mind.
As
BMG
you
is
say
gonna be
that.
peeking that. He walks forward and BMG takes him out. Now down to a 1v1.
It's the caster
their
curse as
teammates
soon
down.
as you say something. Monty B
Monty's gonna
knows
be
where the
looking-
attack is coming from. Oh,
And the trade comes out.
Wow. Going in favor of Friendly Fire.
Almost makes you wonder if they had gotten that res, if that would gone in their favor or not.
Yeah, it's one of those decisions you have to make. Do you continue your press for your objective that you're going for, or do you hold off, take a breath, and rotate back and pick up your friendly? A 2v1 would have been much more favorable than that 1v1.
Yeah, because, I mean, to be fair, if that did come down to a 2v1, you trade, it goes to you because you have your teammate alive. But since Friendly Fire, they just had one up, and Plague-Rists only had one up. It just comes down to that luck of hopefully you kill the other guy first. Or I don't even know how that's decided. Like,
It would have made for a really nice pinch and possibly a cap if one had managed to distract long enough. But we are preparing for the 5th round, which could now be the last round if Friendly Fire pull off a similar Marsoc approach that they did on round 1. They could take this map into, or take this first map of the series.
Yeah, another good OBJ coming out here. I wouldn't say this is definitely, if done right, a attack could be really good on this, but also if a defense is set up correctly, could be deadly and fatal for Friendly Fire.
Yeah, for sure. It is really easy to just let yourself get surrounded in this objective building. However, holding down the rooftop is going to be key.
Yeah, if you get a attacker onto that rooftop, it's going to be very difficult to hold this OBJ.
Some early engagements here. Monty B downing and confirmed onto Moth Valley. It's quickly down to a 4v5 once again. Sand proving itself as an early aggression map. And the grenade right onto Monty B.
Oh.
But it wasn't cooked enough, giving him time to run away.
I thought that was going to get him for sure.
Me too. Me too.
Wow, some more nades coming out. I wonder
It's
if those are
not being
practiced or
cooked
not.
enough.
Like, well, even if they aren't, like, if they had cooked those could have been definitely fatal.
Oh, James is kicking himself if he's watching.
James needs to give some lessons. Start like a Patreon.
Anytime you ask
series.
James, oh, I need Monty trying to do a what appeared to be like a smoke crouch cross, getting shut down by BMG. But
Yeah,
24 Greg gets a refrag.
Yeah, you saw him like instant regret putting down that smoke,
As
trying
he
to reach
saw
for
the
his gun, but
enemy up
it
there.
wasn't enough. I would like to point out though, trip and miss a lot on this backside. Right
Yeah,
in
they're
their
definitely
spawn.
syncing up on a pinch here from both sides of the objective building. Trip's pushing in. Cody's not watching it. He downs Cody. Trip is pad out. He is capping on the objective right now. Oliver is not reacting. Oh, but Mason comes in from the back and gets the kill. A very close cap. Embolism picking up Oliver now. Again, on objective. He's tablet out. He is capping now. Cody's trying to get the kill. He can't get it through the satellite. Embolism still capping, and he gets it.
Wow. I wonder if just that encounter was enough distraction for Embolism to get in there and get that cap. I mean, with all that just happened, wow. That was a well-played offense.
Holy crap. Cody could just not find the shots through the uplink, and Embolism just tucked himself in and hid. Wow. What a finale to that round.
Yeah, definitely. And the cap, too. I mean, points matter in this game. That MMR definitely... I mean, if they bring it back... there's a chance that Friendly Fire don't lose a lot of MMR.
Yeah, this is a very commanding take for map number 1. 5-1. This is not only going to help them score-wise, clearly, but mentality-wise. Plague-Rists are not going to be feeling great about that.
Yeah, and that's where that mental aspect comes in again. Like, you lose a map, you get capped on 5-1, and you just feel really down.
Yep. And that was Friendly Fire's pick. Plague-Rists are now bringing it to Quarantine, a contrasting difference in engagement styles. I'm wondering if that's Plague-Rists' way of trying to counter Friendly Fire.
Yeah, because Friendly Fire, as showcased, are really good at aggression. I mean, their coordinated pushes, which, I mean, to be fair, on a map like Downfall or Quarantine, could also be effective. Because surrounding the OBJ, being that coordinated, is definitely a good trait to have.
Oh, yes, for sure. And I'm wondering how Friendly Fire is going to adapt to this longer range type of style of map. It has more dynamic to it. So we'll see exactly how they play it as opposed to how they did on sand.
Yeah, maybe Plague-Rists just aren't the greatest at smaller maps, so...
I wonder if we'll see a sniper.
Ooh. Is Miss a lot a sniper? I feel like he is.
I'm not 100% sure. I cannot remember. Friendly Fire did ban Downfall, if we recall, onto Plague-Rists. So I'm wondering if maybe they know something about their strength on longer range maps. Maybe they do have a sniper.
I think that aggression also ties in. They might be really good at Downfall because they're just so coordinated. I mean, we saw them play so good as a team.
It looks like we're having some drop/rotations from Friendly Fire, so we're just waiting for them to get that settled before we hop into round number 1.
Oh, 2 drops. Maybe they're getting the sniper in.
It could be. Hopefully it doesn't take too long so we don't have to hop into an intermission. Go ahead, I'm going to take a look at the stats here on these two teams. For Quarantine specifically. So going to look at Plague-Rists here. See if we can figure out why they banned Downfall. Plague-Rists only have a 50% win rate on Downfall. But they do have an 80% win rate on Quarantine. Probably why they brought Friendly Fire to this map. They feel comfortable on it, it looks like. And they're confident in their abilities.
I would like to say too, Friendly Fire only have a 33% win rate on Quarantine.
Ooh. So we've got a team not so comfy on it, and a team who appears to be pretty comfy on it.
Yeah,
we'll see how that goes.
I wonder if that's going to play in. Yeah.
Go ahead and message Trip, and we'll see if we can see the delay that's happening here. I'm going to go ahead and cut it to a quick intermission. We will return as soon as they hop into the first round, so don't go anywhere too long. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We are back live on map number 2, round 1. Plague-Rists on the offense, FriendlyFire on the defense. Take a quick look at this map here. Plague-Rists doing a 3-2 split, and the defense playing pretty off of objective. 2 are on it, but the other 3 are in a bit of a triangle, very spread out. Oh my. He fell through the map, is what it looked like. An unfortunate loss, bringing this to a 5v4. It's going to be hard for Plague-Rists to come back from that. It was also their team captain. I don't know how much they lean on their captain to give them tactical strategy plans and approaches, like mid-game. So that could play into a big factor on this round. Lots of pre-fire. Cody doing a really good job at just coming around corners and clearing them immediately.
Straight ahead. Bottom floor.
A really nice double peek from Plague-Rists. One of them did go down, but there was an immediate refrag. They did a good job working as a team around that corner. Monty B picking up BMG over in the south. Wow. The extreme shift in events here. FriendlyFire take the first point. Yeah, that's definitely gonna hurt. Once again, the mental game. FriendlyFire did a really good job. They were spread out, but they were complementing each other. They had each other's back. They could easily swing on each other if anything went wrong. I think those positions were very well thought out.
I wonder if it's just after playing those previous maps. I mean, they just learned from it. They learned from where they should be placing people, and this is how they play on quarantine now.
Yeah, it's definitely a matter of who can adapt and learn the best and the fastest between rounds, because Plague-Rists are definitely going to have to change up how they're doing things if they hope to challenge FriendlyFire.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just what's been working and now that's not working against FriendlyFire, or if they're just playing a little bit tilted, because they were a little disjointed. You have Oliver all the way in the north, not even really pushed up, and 2 guys already on objective contesting. So
We had a bit of a round reset. Looks like a drop happened right as the game was starting. We're going to do... Hopefully we don't have to go back into the scoreboard. We're going to do a quick overlook at this map. Again, anybody new to Onward, this is the quarantine map, a plane crashed kind of desert-ridden, I would say, city setup, an urban environment.
I would say city, yeah.
It's one of my favorites to look at. Not necessarily to play. I enjoy playing it, but not one of my favorites. But aesthetically, I really enjoy it.
Oh, it does look like we're going to have another drop from FriendlyFire.
Yep. Unfortunate technical difficulties that we're having here. We're gonna have to hop into another intermission while they get this figured out. Hopefully, once again, it does not take too long, and we will get right back into the action shortly.
Oh.
Welcome back, everybody. Again, On to map number 2, Quarantine, Plague-Rists versus FriendlyFire. Round number 2, tech difficulties have been resolved. Take a quick look at this map to see how the offense and defense are getting set up here. Plague-Rists doing a pretty major split of the team, and FriendlyFire all way off of objective.
Yeah, Mason way pushed off. I think I got the team names wrong.
Yes, you'll
My
have
bad.
to flip those. Oh, Mason with an interesting shot up in the air. Going to give away his position, and Trip takes advantage of that.
So used to setting them the other way.
Mason's only downed. He's going to be able to give out all of these call-outs here.
Yeah, you should be able to call out that there's 2 north. I don't know how far he is, really, how much he can see, but if he looks behind him, he might be able to see 2 of the attackers crossing in the middle.
It's crazy that they would expend a resource like that, Mason, all the way at the north rooftop. Very risky.
Yeah, it's in such a flanky position, especially a common spot for people to push. I don't know how good of a idea it was.
It looks like the offense is going to have a pretty easy time getting through the center of this map with Oliver being down in the basement area.
I mean, also, another thing to point out here, this is a different objective. You can cap from these stairs. So, I mean...
BMG picks up miss a lot.
It is a very, very risky defense right here.
Yeah, BMG should be able to swing onto it along with Cody, but they're going to have to be watching it. If they're not consistently watching it, the moment they look away, the cap could come out.
I mean, if they miss their pre-fire too, it could be very bad for them. And Monty does find the pick on to... I think that was Mason.
Embolism's going to try and smoke cap this. He's getting right onto the objective. Moth hears all this smoke, and he is looking for the kill. Pre-fire onto the smoke comes out. Going to stop Embolism. Cody picking him up. That was
Trip
dangerous.
Almost finding the pick onto Moth, but he rotates right back inside just in time. Some more smoke comes out on the north. 24 Gray pushing down.
They've got a really nice pinch coming onto the objective here. Monty B and Moth fighting, but Moth comes out on top.
Mason is still downed on the roof.
Yeah, it is
Hasn't
now
keyed
down
out
to
yet.
2v3.
Oh, as I say that, he bleeds out. Okay, that's cool.
Caster Curse. Mr. Tripp spots out Moth Valley and gets the shots onto Moth, unable to connect with Mr. Tripp.
Yeah, Moth was playing a little aggressive there. Only 2 attackers left in the north. BMG in a good spot to kind of overwatch this spot if 24 tries to peek this corner. He's got to be careful here. He knows that he's in that 3-story. He's getting shot at. 24's
Mr. Tripp is
to
pushing the
rotate back.
objective, though. If Cody's not ready to look down here... Oh,
Tripp
Mr. Tripp's going to challenge him.
Cody is right there.
Oh, and Tripp gets him.
a kill.
Got the 1 and 2 story.
This could be bad for BMG. They know where he is.
BMG's way off of objective. This is dangerous. Mr. Tripp, tablet out if he crouches behind this half wall, which he is. He is on the objective. He is capping, but BMG shuts that down. Down to a 1v1.
He should have been laying down there. I mean, he could have had that cap. 24 might be trying to go for a similar...
24 is going to try his luck.
They know where the last guy is. I mean...
Nah, he's going to go
maybe-
for the kill. He's just waiting for that
around.
rotation, doing the smart
waiting.
thing.
Yeah, he's waiting for the rotation. He takes shots at him.
Oh,
gotta
man,
be
this could be
careful now.
anybody's game here. 60 seconds for this fight to play out. 24 Gray is going to get the high ground. BMG's not going to be ready for this rotation.
24 though, he doesn't know where BMG is.
He's looking.
I think he's
They're just so close to seeing each other. The ledge barely blocking point of view from both of them.
24 might hear him though.
Oh my goodness, this
Oh,
standoff.
They're right
The
next
hearts
to
are
each other.
racing.
Oh, and BMG take shots at him, but 24 is gonna get the
beautiful
rotate out.
flashbang.
Yeah, he's gonna get the kill.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gave the wrong score to the wrong person too because of that. So
What
it's
a
gonna be 2-0.
heart-wrenching moment. Wow. That could have gone either way. The 2 cap attempts getting shut down.
Yeah, and
Man.
honestly, if he had laid down there, I mean, they knew where the last guy was. He could have laid
Let's
down
see.
like right there.
Yeah, if he had gotten all the way on the ground instead of crouching, that would have been a cap.
I
Wow,
mean,
that was
at
close.
least
But
they
hey,
got the point.
yeah, they still got it. They weren't shut down completely. That would have been heartbreaking if they had lost that round.
Yeah, especially if, I mean, I bet it's not doing too well for Plague-Rists though. I mean, almost a cap. You just came out of the last map. You just got capped on. I mean, you don't really want that to happen again. And then you lose. I mean, you're losing on your map pick. So I'm waiting to see if they're gonna bring it back or not.
Yeah, this definitely could go either way. Still, Plague-Rists have plenty of rounds to catch up on, plenty of time to do it. We'll see if they have an alteration in their playstyle. Again, we've seen some crazy comebacks here in the Onward VRML. You cannot count teams out early.
Yeah, definitely. So looks like we're gonna be hopping right back into the round. A little bit of a quicker spawn. Which I
Yeah,
think they
round
know
number
about.
3 is
I
gonna be
think they
fun.
might have saw them. They had their lasers over here. I think they might have seen them.
We're about to find out as we see the defense spreading itself out here. The offense going into what appears to be a 1-2-2 split. Gonna be hard for them to complement each other's angles there. Ooh, Embolism might pick up 2 here. Picks up Mason on the cross. And the first kill comes out. Embolism now looking for money trucks. Oliver picking up Embolism. Good refrag, giving this a 4v4 as they equal things up. BMG
Very
and Oliver
similar
now
here.
looking for Trip.
Yeah. FriendlyFire opting for a very similar defense as to the first round. I mean, you got 2 guys in that east building. You got 1 guy in 3-story and 1 guy in that garage. Moth just down here trying to wait for him. He blows the C4, but it's not going to get him. Monty's going to find the
Monty.
pick on the Moth.
Monty, with a nice little rotation and a peek around, manages to pick up Moth, unexpecting that sort of rotation. I think he knew Monty was behind there, but he didn't expect him to leave that position.
Yeah, I think Monty was just trying to look for that confirm because he...
Oh, Cody's
I thought
challenging
that he got
objective.
somebody.
Trip is missing his shots onto him. And Cody with the good return fire. Now Cody's looking for Miss. Can't quite find her in the 3-story. 24 suppressing. Cody's right on the objective almost. Frag grenade comes out. Going to be a little too long. 3v3 now. Oh, but 24 shuts him down.
Monty deciding to rotate outside as they... I think they might know the other 2 guys are going to be in the north.
Now 2v3, both of the attackers coming in from the same angle. Gonna be tough without a pinch. Miss a lot. Take a look at her perspective here. She's gonna be the one to first challenge these 2 attackers from up here in the 3-story.
Although some
Ooh,
shots
Oliver
ring out
almost
towards
gets her.
No.
Missalot just proning for her life right now.
I think your best bet might just to be rotating down because Oliver is just holding down this one level. If she tried to rotate down, she might have a better advantage peeking him.
He's still there.
A 3-minute standoff here.
It's really just a question of will the defense get antsy and peek out and try and find the picks? Because, I mean, if they do it successfully, they could kill them, but also that could be a downfall for them.
No, it's quarantine.
Oh, shush. I knew... Okay, that's it
too
for
easy.
me, ladies and gentlemen. The Sky's going to be carrying on the rest of the cast.
All by myself.
All by myself.
Okay, now the SkyJoker is out. This cast has just been canceled as BMG picks up Missalot.
Okay,
Now
I'm
bring
more
us to a
interested
2-2.
Now.
I'm more
2-on-2.
interested now.
Oliver, well, I didn't mean it like that. 24 watching this entrance.
Oh, this is going to be
Oliver's
close. Oliver
trying
just
to
needs
get
to
up.
spin around.
By the way, wearing night
24
vision.
looks away.
Oliver with the night vision, just trying to get up these stairs.
Oh my goodness. 24 is just
He's
waiting to catch
walking
him
on
in
the
the
edge.
ankles.
24.
He takes his hand off his...
I don't know. What is happening here?
I'm not sure, but BMG trades on the objective and another trade comes out.
Friendly Fire with the
What?
win. Oh, that was... That,
Wow.
that was something right there.
That whole engagement. Oh, man.
I don't know what was with the night vision, though. I've never seen that before. Like, on old Bazaar, you'd see top teams using night vision, but... Yeah, I don't know.
To each their own.
I think it's because...
Wow.
I think quarantine is a little bit darker, so I think it might work a little bit better, but... Yeah,
Either
I
way,
mean, if it works,
found
it works.
him the trade, bringing
Yeah.
this to a 3-0. Plague-Rists just cannot find their footing against FriendlyFire.
Yeah, I mean, is FriendlyFire gonna be able to take this next point? Maybe a cap like we saw last time when they were on 3. Or
Yeah, this is a very
Plague-Rists gonna be able to make
capable
it back.
objective. We are now moving on. Hop into the gameplay view. We're going into the plain objective here. Again, very capable. If anybody sneaks into this crevice over here, that could be game.
Yeah, that's another thing. If Plague-Rists are gonna be able to cover that, or if they even know about that, because
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the question. Do they know that that's a potential cap position?
yeah, they're a newer team, so they might not know. And I mean, FriendlyFire being as long around, they're not exactly a newer team. They probably know about this spot. Just a question of whether or not Plague-Rists does. Or maybe they just set up such a good defense that they don't even have to worry about it.
Find out next time on Onward VRML.
Quick cut to commercial.
Right at the pinnacle moment.
Sadly, there isn't a pause button.
It looks like we have a 2-1-2-ish split coming out from FriendlyFire. Mason once again getting very aggressive down the center. Mr. Tripp picking up Moth Valley. We're going to have to follow along with Mason here, though. Gonna find Monty. Misses the shots onto Missalot.
Embolism is just gonna run right past him.
Mason now on the hunt for Missalot here.
Peek in this corner. Missalot's gonna try and slowly peek it.
Oh, and Mason
And-
successfully picks up Miss.
Yeah, but now he's got to worry about trying to get back to objective, because if these guys push up far enough, it could be...
Oh, and
pretty
Embolism
bad
picks up
for him.
Cody. Down to a 3-3, and they have somebody in their back line. I'm not sure FriendlyFire realizes this. Oh, Embolism just called out that there might be a a flanker, and the trade comes out down to a 2-2. Embolism now forgetting about the flanker.
I mean, to be fair, Embolism, if he runs right up here, this could be bad for FriendlyFire. Or, sorry, Plague.
Mason coming right up on the back of 24. They're just barely missing each other. Oh my goodness, every time Mason checks, 24 moves slightly, but Mason finds the kill.
Embolism is running right towards the crevice.
Yep, we're checking on Embolism.
Nobody
he has
is
tablet
watching it.
out. He is
Nobody is
capping.
watching it. This is the guaranteed cap right here. Embolism is typing in the code.
And he
That
gets
brings
the
it
cap.
to a 5-0.
Oh my goodness. FriendlyFire taking map 2 once again with 5 points.
Very commanding victory from FriendlyFire, winning the series. I mean, it is now, what, 10-1? And there's still a whole nother map to be played.
Wow. We'll go ahead and give them that
indeed.
much deserved 2 points. Plague-Rists definitely hurt by that one. And like you said, 10-1 for the series so far. FriendlyFire proving themselves worthy of those 90 votes.
Yeah, that's definitely something right there.
Wow. To take 2 maps with 5 is just impressive. The caps are just on point there.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, I mean, that guy all the way, that flanker was part of their downfall. He's too far pushed off of objective. They didn't have a guy watching it. I don't even think they knew about that spot.
Yeah, Mason seems to be the defensive flanker on the Plague team, and while it was so powerful taking down 2, I think actually 3 players, the fact that he wasn't
3.
there to defend an angle of his own proved fatal.
I think we're getting a rehost here.
Looks like you might be correct, which we all know what that means. We could see USS Quest. Oh, man. We're going to hop to a quick intermission while we switch lobbies. Don't go too far. Shouldn't take too long. We'll see you back here shortly.